Hello! Today we're going to look at this beautiful steel of a lathe, really nice little lathe for the money. The Grizzly model G0745 4x6 micro metal lathe is what they call it. It's also known as the Seig C0 baby lathe, and you can buy it in a number of different formats. I particularly like the grizzly green color, but that's of no particular consequence. The rest of them that you'll see will all be almost always a real bright fire engine red. This is pretty much the way it comes out of the box. I'll show you a couple of pictures here, stills of me unboxing this just the other day. So you unbox it, and then you spend many hours cleaning off the grease and stuff. So this is after cleanup and assembly. It's not quite exactly the way it comes out of the box. There are several things here that are not quite, not quite stock. This little guy here, the steady rest, is not available from Grizzly. I love Grizzly. I absolutely love their products and everything about them. Their support is superb. But the one weak spot they have is they don't sell accessories for these things. You buy what it is and that's it. I believe you can buy the tail chuck, but I'm not even sure. They don't offer many other accessories for this particular lathe at least. So, but there's to your rescue, here comes Little Machine Shop. Little Machine Shop has all kinds of accessories that fit this, including the Seig Steady Rest. Now this is not stock. This is the Seig Steady Rest, but I have modified it. First of all, the Seig stuff is red, so I wanted to, and also they have a real odd triangular shape I don't like. So I trimmed all that off on my milling machine, and I painted it green. I was going to have to paint it anyway, so I might as well paint it green. It's sort of a green that goes with the Grizzly. So now I have that, and that cost me a few bucks. Then I went ahead and got this is the traverse mechanism. It's pretty hokey, but it's a traverse mechanism that will allow the thing to go travel sideways, longitudinal traverse, while it's operating. It's very primitive, but it's kind of charming and kind of fun. So anyway, and this is now pretty much the way it comes out of the box. Let me just show you how it works, if I can figure it out. First of all, you turn that on. It's got a variable speed. You can go anywhere from pretty darn slow. I think the slowest useful speed is probably about in there, which is maybe 100, 150 RPM. And it goes way up to, theoretically, 3,800 RPM. It seems to run pretty good. It's got pretty good torque, pretty good power. This little device here, this is a safety device. I'll take that off quickly so I can show you how all the stuff works. So, safety interlock mechanisms and stuff. Quick off, like that. Turn it off. So there it is, and it comes with a cute little, everything on this lathe, I love how charming and cute it is. This is about a 2-inch scale. Let me pull out the rule and you can see, this is a 2-inch scale on here. That's about a 2-inch lathe chuck, and it's, you probably could get a little more than 6 inches between it. Nominally it's a 6-inch. It would be the longest thing you could throw, but I think you could probably turn something a little bit longer if you absolutely had to. And it's pretty complete the way it is. You could actually, it doesn't come with a tool, so you have to make or buy some sort of a cutting tool for it. Oh, they do sell a whole bunch of them. Here's what I have. And of course, right away, I'm giving away a secret. There's another Little Machine Shop. This is the special tool post so that you can turn it at angles and cut tapers and so forth. Okay, and I'll show you that in operation. This one here is primitive, and you could actually work with this, but you've only got two directions, left and right, X and Y, as they say. So that's the only directions you can go with it that way. It comes with a dead center, which is fine. It probably would work just fine. But for the sake of completeness, and because I'm used to working on bigger lathes where you need these kinds of things, I went ahead and bought a live center. It was only a few bucks, 25 bucks or so. So I bought a live center from Little Machine Shop. This thing was, I can't remember what that was, what, 60, 70, 100 bucks, something like that. I spent about $350 for the lathe, which is, in my opinion, a steal. It's a cute little machine, very functional. If you're trying to buy it directly from China, it'll cost you 700 bucks or 800 bucks. A couple other things I bought for it. I bought this little guy. It's just cute, and I just can't resist these kinds of things. This is a little, a tooling plate you can put on there, and you can turn odd-sized things. You can buy a four-jaw chuck. Kind of pricey. You could buy a Shoreline chuck, real nice Shoreline high quality chuck, cost you 120 bucks, half as much as the lathe, but it's a good option. If you're going to use this lathe a lot, I would highly recommend it. Anyway, this little thing can, do some serviceable work for you. I also did buy the tailstock chuck from Little Machine Shop. I think Grizzly sells it as well, but I was buying a bunch of... Little Machine Shop is superb. They offer superb education, information, parts for small lathes. I love that outfit. They're wonderful. Anyway, by the way, on the Little Machine Shop website, they won't tell you that this fits the Grizzly G0745. They'll say it fits a Seig C0 machine, which is quite right. Here's another thing that I bought for it, which is absolutely wonderful. This device, I'm a sucker for these milling tables. This goes on there. I'll show it to you mounted here in a minute. I built a little, it went right on, but it was a little off center by the time you did that, put it on there. So I built just a little tooling plate to put it on there at a little bit of an offset. Also makes it a little easier to get on and off. But I'll show you that mounted here in a minute. And it comes with a bunch of other little tools. And this chuck is extremely, this is like, really, really tight. And it was on there like they had welded it on almost. And of course I can understand they don't want things to fall off while it's being shipped. And theoretically it's got reversible jaws. I haven't done that yet. Although I did take it apart to clean out the gunk in there. There's lots and lots of grease inside that thing. So that's how the chuck works. Okay, here we go. I've got it zoomed in a little bit so you can hopefully see what I'm doing. I'm cutting a taper on this thing I'm sure you can probably see that. Bit angry there. I have to take that down some. Let's cut the taper. Let's go in a little bit further on the taper, shall we? Alright, here we go. I'm not taking off very much. But I'm putting some chips in the tray there. As you can see, it's doing a pretty good job. It does a nice little job. Let's see how slow I can turn it. I don't like the feel of it. It's just a little wobbly there. It's got pretty good torque, even at low RPM, which is one of the things you'd worry about. It seems to be, it's working fine at a fairly low speed like that. It's doing just great. I don't know if you can turn anything big with it. It's a nice little lathe. Of course, probably really want to turn this side at a much higher speed. This diameter. Oh, look at that little baby go. Woo! Yeah, it's really done a nice job. It's a nice lathe. Very, very nice. For the, I think for the money, you're just not going to beat this guy. Yeah, I'm liking that little lathe. Now let me show it to you with the milling attachment. Okay, I've got that locked down so that it's not going to be too bad. You see that I'm making a nice milling cut, side milling. I've locked down the table on the lathe, the x-axis. Not bad. For a little dinky thing, not too bad. Okay, I've chucked up a piece of aluminum in there, and I've got the compound slide on there. I decided I'm going to try and remove those threads. So let's see if I can do it with a feed. A little more depth of cut. Just engage this feed by pushing this in, pulling it out. You can reverse that, but you have to go through some complications. You have to get in there and flip the belt around. Alright, let's try this with a really not bad. They're pretty well eliminated, those threads. If you can tell, but the finish there is not bad.